The sixth trumpet, the second woe. Then the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, Release the four angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates. The four horns in this passage from Revelations are the four corners of the world, which means throughout our well-being and globally on this planet. Now, further on in that passage, it mentions locusts. And locusts are destructive thoughts that are ruled by the ego, the lower narcissistic ego of this world. Those destructive thoughts can be overcome with the energy of love. Now, in the pursuit of happiness, one must learn to love themselves. Too many people walk this earth with self-loathing. Destructive thoughts come from this loathing. And this has been amplified by the digital matrix, by the powers of this world, for humans to never feel at all at peace with themselves, constantly being stimulated by their lower animal nature. But to be happy, we must first tolerate all aspects of ourselves. And once we tolerate, then we can begin to accept all of who we are. And once we accept who we are, then we can begin to embrace ourselves and love who we are. And this is a gradual apocalypse, a gradual unveiling, a gradual revelation, a gradual process that takes time. And the sixth ray, the energetic ray, teaches us to unfold the rose of the heart, helping us to become sensitive to the heart. The head of this ray, of this grand cosmic energy, is the ascended master, Lady Nada. Now, Nada is also conterminous with the Sanskrit word Naga, which means serpent, serpent crown of light. Lady Nada also aids to the world's children with legions of messengers, of angels, who personally tend to the needs of the youth. She is a member of that which serves as the representative of the third ray of divine love. Love is the neutral connector to everything. Love is the substance of the grand universal morphogenetic field of God's mind. It links all the seven rays, the grand energetic cosmic rays, the sound of the seven trumpets. And since the seven trumpets are tones in every aspect of life, that means when there is no love, there is discord in every aspect of life. As I said, the apocalypse is a gradual process. It is not something that takes place later on or outside of yourself. This is within. It is something that gradually has been taking place. Now, religious doctrine is not founded on love. Emperor Constantine and his council decided in the 4th century what they accept as the new religion of Christianity based on politics. The doctrine of the church creates intolerance within the individual with its shame-based dogmas. When an individual believes that they are bad because they lack perfection, there is no love. Believing that you are bad and need to be fixed means that you do not tolerate yourself. It means one is not comfortable in their own skin. If an individual cannot even tolerate themselves, then how are they going to be able to tolerate others? One only has the capacity to love others as much as they love themselves. You cannot give more than what you have. When one is intolerant, they become judgmental of themselves and as a consequence of others. When it comes to religion, these intolerant people become religious fundamentalists who are bigots, who use, coerce, or force to try to change others. And since the political world mirrors what goes on internally, these locusts, these negative, destructive ego thoughts, this army in the political realm is symbolic of a group of people who travel in mobs, subjugating their prey like a warring army, leaving a trail of devastation and death. This army is too many to count. They attack with ferocity and overwhelm and suppress their victims with a vengeance, maim and murder their victims, leaving few alive. Like the poison from a scorpion's sting, the venom of their false religious doctrine, the smoke, will spiritually poison countless of millions of human beings over the centuries. This path is simply this path, this apocalyptic path, this unveiling, this revelation is to be understood as the person begins to self-examine, to clear their shadows, and begin to identify the illusory identification of the self or the ego with their physical body, the corporeal self. And this, once you begin to realize that this body is just a genetic vehicle, a container for your soul, for your consciousness, this is the first step towards freedom and attainment. Only when the bonds of personality are loosened does the ego begin to realize its true nature. Just as one is bound by the illusion of the corporeal nature of the I, the lower ego, so is it further bound and even more closely bound by the illusion of the personal nature of the ego. The ego is not only more and greater than the physical body it uses, but it is also more and greater than that part of the mind consisting of a series of inherited or acquired impressions which constitute the me, the personality of the lower fallen third dimension of harmonic universe number one. There is a great difference between the me and the I, the higher I. The me is the individual as he thinks he is, a bundle of prejudices, tastes, ties, a bundle of arrogant religious or organized religious programming. The I is the individual as he is in reality, free from mental ties of all kinds. The I, the higher self, the I am presence, is the real player of this divine drama. And it is often very difficult for one to disentangle and free themselves from the overwhelming forces of personality. So completely is the average person self-hypnotized and race hypnotized with the lower personality of the harmonic universe number one, that this is what must be separated. And that involves religious prejudices that have keeping the world divided along religious lines. So this is all leading to the apocalypse, the unveiling, the revelation of your godhood. And in furtherance thereof, I'm going to offer this invocation. And when I say my name, you say your name in place. But this is a proclamation of the I am presence that we all share as source co-creators of this new Earth Golden Age timeline. I am God of my world. I am Mark Thomas McGuire. I strive for spiritual perfection in spirit, thought, and deed. I am content as this is the nature of God, for I am God. I, Mark Thomas McGuire, create and mold my life and destiny, for I am God. Strife does not exist. Torment does not exist, for I am God. Let my words echo through time and space. I, Mark Thomas McGuire, create and destroy, bless and curse. I am a divine creation. I was never created for I, Mark Thomas McGuire, am the creator. I know only peace, prosperity, and contentment, for I am God. As I will it, so it is. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you believe that you are God, give this video a thumbs up, as it helps the algorithm spread the message that we are all divine aspects of the grand source of all that is, the universal light grid programmer. Namaste, namaskaram.